In a world where memories quietly slip away, one truth remains unshaken, that is love. Some memories fade like whispers in the wind, but some live deep inside, locked in the heart's vault, untouched by time or loss. I and Vijaya have been married for nearly 40 years now. So ours was an arranged marriage. It just happened that in one meeting we decided like we'll go ahead, and that's how the journey began. So my wife has learnt Veena right from her early age. In all our social events, she used to play and people used to love it. And of course, that became an inspiration for my daughter also. I used to feel very happy and proud. She was a driving force in our family. We built a life full of laughter, music, home-cooked meals, and silences that spoke louder than words. There were things that I could have probably noticed, but I did not notice. Things like forgetting names, confusing the stories, and small slip-ups, which we ignored and probably thought of it as aging. But it's only when we got into the repetition of such slips that we really got a bit more serious and thought it would be better to consult someone. Some things became very concerning for us suddenly. One was her physical discomfort. For instance, if she were to have a toothache, she wouldn't be able to express it, and we would not be knowing it normally unless someone expresses it. One more very hurting experience was that during my son's wedding in Nagpur, she was also dressed up, but suddenly she was asking why we are all dressing up. And it was like shocking and it was really shattering for us. That's the actual trigger for us to go ahead and consult the doctors. Once we were clear that something needed to be examined by a professional, that is when we decided to go to the NIMHANS, the National Institute of Mental Health and Sciences, that is in Bangalore, and we were very fortunate to speak to one of the senior doctors there, and he examined her and said this is early stage of dementia, and that really hit us. So when we went through various tests, taking the test itself was a stressful thing because she wouldn't cooperate, and by then it had already started progressing because our detection was also not early. Finally, after multiple consultations and tests, we received the dreaded diagnosis. If there were to be a reliable test that could show us now this is what it is, and if we could go for an early treatment, could have been much better addressed. So what I have realized is that diagnostic certainty gives us a chance to protect what matters the most. Alzheimer's is a thief in the night, stealing memories one by one, emptying the vault until you realize the true treasure that once lived there are no longer there. For other families who are struggling, all I want to say is don't give up on love, even in your hardest moments. It's love that will carry you through the confusion, the frustration, and the grief. So the second piece of advice I would give to the people who face similar situation is to be proactive, consult a neurologist as early as possible, and specifically ask for an Alzheimer's test, which is very important. There are advanced diagnostic tests, Alzheimer tests that are available, which one should go through to have an early detection. Knowing what you are dealing with makes all the difference. It gives you a head start in planning for what is required. Once you are prepared for that, you can actually handle this better, and perhaps the progress also may be slightly retarded. That is what I feel. We should make the most of every moment.